We're now here at Raker. The time is 7:20, so yeah. Ethan just chilling.
Right guys.
Got me a Sticky Baits polo on. Now I'm a Sticky Baits field tester, so yeah, we're here for 48 hours at Raker. I mean 24 hours, not 48. Yeah, it's quite sunny. No cloud cover. Not sure how many people are on the lake at the minute. Just waiting for the gates to open with that early, so we made sure we got a peg. Set off at about 5:30 this morning. Been sat in McDonald's for about an hour waiting because we were that early. Just chilling out.
Shouldn't have drove so fast, should
Ethan with his mad driving got us here within like half an hour, near enough, if we'd carried on through. But yeah, I'll blog you when we're in and got set up. Yeah, right there. We're now on the lake. We're in peg 7 at the minute. Got one rod just fishing like under that bush there, and one rod in that corner there. I've not got bivvies. Oh, I've not got all my gear here actually. Just it's because where I'm actually going to fish for at night is in peg 15. And there's a guy in it at the minute and he's just packing up his gear, so I'll just come up here for a couple of hours to get out of the way, do a little bit of fishing, you know, pass some time. He's going at midday, so midday I can get in, and then midday till midday tomorrow, so you know, we all sorted that. Here's me bite arms and such forth. Got my new purple heads on my Matrix Dinky heads because I've got purple delks, my fake size, my Grace Platinum rods, and also I've got my Foxtrot's Big Pit reels. So yeah, should hopefully turn out to be a nice session. There's a guy just round the corner there, there's another guy over there. That's about it, yeah. I'll blog you later. Yeah, right there. Screaming run. Absolute screaming run. Got me in, I've been snagged behind. Don't feel out too big. But yeah, got one. I've only been here a couple of hours. Sorry for that. Now, oh.
Is that you?
Yeah, that's this one. Oh, it's not common. Double figure. Nice that, isn't it? Chuck it that a minute, would you? Oh. Vortex doing it. Tell you what, that Vortex bait, new one from Sticky Baits. I know I field test for them, but really, honestly, I would recommend it no matter what. I don't think this lake will.
Do you even know where it is? What is that?
But honestly, just because of take it lead on take as well. Just because I field test for Sticky Baits, I'd recommend it no matter what.
Yes, Cameron.
Get in!
Nice fish.
Oh, it's in the net.
I knew that was gonna happen.
Fucking I disappear then, bro. Very stunning carp. £19 a common carp. Yeah, gorgeous fight, absolutely. Got me nearly snagged up under a tree. Out at blue. Gorgeous, look at that. £14 a pristine common carp. £19 pristine common carp. Couldn't think of any better place to catch it. Look at the sun's blaring. Gorgeous. See you later. you're just about to pull it out, you would check to see if all the fins are flat on the side of the fish. Then I'd transfer it into my unhooking mat, which is oversized. It's for big fish. It's very like they can look after themselves in here. I can pour water in it and put it over, and they'll be perfectly fine in that. And I'd also then have my weight sling over the top, so it'll be straight on here. Then I'd pick the fish up, take the net out, move the net out of the way, zip it up, then weigh it. My scale which I normally keep under here. Then once you've weighed it, when you're going to weigh it again, make sure all the fins are flat again. Weigh it, but also when you're about to weigh it, and if you're putting it like on the day to day, you need to make sure your unhooking mat's wet as well as your sling, because you don't want to be taking any of the mucus off the fish. So what I'd do is I haven't got it at the minute, it's just in the bivvy, but a tub of water. Of lake water, not tap water, because that'll have a negative effect on the carpet. It'll wipe all the mucus off it. So lake water, pour it all over your stuff, and then I'd also have it once the carp's in here. So like from there posing with the fish, it starts flapping, put it down, water on top, calm it down, back up, and then what I'd do to put it back into the pond of the lake, I'd never pick it up and walk and put it in, because if the fish walking like that and the fish flaps, it'll end in tragedy because it can deadbutt the floor, knock itself out. I'd always get my weighing sling, zip both sides up, carry it like that, stable, then into the water, open, let it recover and go. And then, once you've done with your unhooking mat, you don't want it in the way. Ready? Nice and keep it out of the way. And just make sure all the time that you're making sure that it's nice and damp. Thank you. Right, folks, I just thought I'd talk to you a bit about rig safety and hook link material, as well as leaders and stuff like that. In my hand here I've got a metre of lead core leader. I'll just share if you use a lead clip system on it at the minute, because I'm fishing with safe zone leaders. I don't like actually using lead core, but I've only got 2 out at the minute, which I've only got in my tackle box, unfortunately. So yep, there you go. You've got your probably about a metre of lead core, and you've got your tail rubber, your lead clip into a, so that's about a size 8 flexi ring swivel, and that just fits on snugly on there. So yep, it's about an ounce and a half lead, flat pair lead. Just put it on like that until it clicks, and then there's a groove that it actually sits in. I don't know if you can see that, it like sits in a little groove, and you see people putting it on like that, ramming it on dry, and then thinking, oh well, my rigs do look safe, but then some of them, when they put it on, it just don't come off. And that's because they're ramming it right on all the teeth, and they're not doing it wet. You're going to throw it into a pond, so it's going to get wet. So what you would do, you'd put your lead on like such, then lubricate the little teeth on there, and then pull the tail rubber. I normally go for the 3rd or the 4th set of teeth, just like that, and it's on. So it'll take the cast, and then when the fish picks it up, or it like bolts off or gets in weed, then straight off. Fish comes to the surface, lead's dumped, fish is safe, and you're more than likely, as long as your hook holds good, gonna land it. The way I would then fish, I've got some safe zone, just rig tube in there. It's about a metre as well. You can fish lead clip on this as well. You thread your line through it, and then you'd have your tail rubber like usual, and you would put the end of the tail rubber actually, or the end of the rig tube actually through the tail rubber, and then you'd have your, like you do on your lead core, you'd have your lead clip, which is then having line pass through it again, tied onto a whatever ring swivel you want. I'd probably go for a size 8ish, they're normally standard size. Then pulled on tight till it clicks. Then you start it all again, and that itself, it'll just protect you. It helps your line stay on the bottom. Plus, it protects your line from any abrasion resistant, because if that gets up against a snag, it's just going to rub off it because it's rubber. Whereas if you were fishing just your main line straight through and you got in a snag, it'll just eat away at the line, and then that way you could snap at any point. Right, that's a little bit about instead of having the hybrid lead clip system, I'd then just normally have the normal safe zone, which is just a rubber tubing with two tungsten like parts in it, and then it goes straight down to a swivel, and I'd put a bead at the bottom of that, put my inline lead on. I wish I had one here to show you, it's actually in the middle of the lake, but I'd then put my inline lead on, and then I'd feed another bead to the first tungsten tubing nearest to the lead, and that's what's called the shocker rig. So the fish picks up, don't feel any weight of the lead, then all of a sudden it hits that bead, and that just drives the hook straight in. It's basically a self-hooking rig. Right, I'll just go on to my rigs now, what I use. I've got a couple here. They range from the normal knotless knot rig with a bit of shrinked back, bit of shrink tube on the hook of the eye, on the eye of the hook. Don't know why I can't speak today. Then a bit of braid peeled back. Also a combi rig and the John Matt rig. Right, I'll just run you through my normal knotless knot rig with a bit of shrink tubing on. Here we go. This is £15 Suffolk sheepskin. I've then got a quick link swivel. That's a size 8. Then going down to that, I've got a quarter wide gate hook in a size 6 with a bit of shrink tubing on to give the aggressive angle. Then a simple knotless knot going down like that, and that itself, if I had a hook bait on there, it would then lay in my hand, and if you can see that already, catching all the time. It's always catching, because of the way that actual shrink tubing's curved in to create an aggressive angle, so it'll catch. Look, there we go, and again. Right, so that's my normal knotless knot rig. I'd also sometimes add a variation of having that there and then having a bit of silicone wrapped around the actual eye of the hook itself, or I'd have a ring swivel, a little rig ring, to create the point of the hook a lot heavier. This is John Matt rig. This is also one of my personal favourites of mine. Yet again, Suffolk sheepskin, £15. Stripped back right at the, it's about an inch, just to give it a bit more movement. Down to a size 6 wide gate, with then a ring swivel on. Definitely not a ring swivel, I definitely mean a rig ring. A rig ring, if you can see that there. And this is so you can bait floss your actual bait onto the ring itself, and that effect means that when the part picks it up and that pricks the bottom of its mouth, basically moves the bait away from the eye of from the hook, like the actual point of the hook. So that means you've got that basically just in the mouth, fish of the mouth. So it's got a good enough hook hold. It's not going to be bounced out from any boiler getting in the way or anything like that. You'll get a definitely strong hook hold. I've never lost a fish on the John Matt rig. If your hook goes bunt, easy solved, because it's not actually tied on. What you would do, I'll just cut this little bit bait floss off. Yep, what you would do, you would pull it down like that, so it's how you'd cast it out. Then pull your rig ring back, and the actual hair, or what you class as the hair, will then come off. You should be able to just like basically peel it off in a way, or like put it back over the point of the hook, the actual hair. Such a fiddly job once you've done it right. But anyway, yeah, you can. Let's have one more go. Best using it coated like this, because then the point of the hook doesn't cut any of the braid. And there you go, look. There we go. It's free. If I just get that rig ring, put down there. The hook's off, and you can change your hook within seconds. That means it's an easy and effective way to fish, because there's no actual knots to fault on you. It'll just do what it does. That's the John Matt rig. And then the final rig I'll show you that I've just started using is a combi rig, and that's a boom section there. It's about 2 inches and 2.5 inches of quarter mouth trap with one little ring there, rig ring, and then another rig ring there. And then on the other side of that rig ring, I've then tied on some more Suffolk sheepskin with a bit of shrink tubing for an aggressive angle, and then another rig ring actually on the hook to make the point of the hook heavier. So if I show you that in my hand, ow, that's really sharp actually. That's catching hold all the time. And this rig will actually never tangle, because if you're casting it out with a bag on or something like that, because you've got this stiff boom section here, it'll always push the hook away from the lead, no matter what. Like, put your finger on the spool, like just as about to hit the water, straighten it all out, it'll always project that hook away from the lead because of that stiff boom section. I'd fish this rig basically on a clear bottom. It's a good rig for boilie fishing, because you can ideally pick it up. Like it's got a lot of movement, and then until it tries going away, until the fish moves away, and then that boom section helps to put the actual point of the hook into the carp's mouth. So that's when I'd use that rig. I'd use that boilie fishing in open water. The knotless knot rig, you can use that basically anywhere, clear, a little bit of silt, a little bit of gravel and stuff like that. Also with the John Matt rig, you can fish that anywhere. You can even fish that in maybe a little bit of weed. So yeah, see you later. Right there, I just thought I'd run you through what bait I'll use and how I am getting the bait out. I'm using sticky baits, the new one, the Vortex, which I've been field testing for, but it's now come out in their shops in 16 mils. That's only the shelf life. I didn't have any freezer in the shop when I went in. And I'm using the sticky baits Vortex response pellets to accompany that. They don't have a set size. I've also got 12mm Vortex pop-ups. They really are attractive then. Vortex itself's like a maple. It's a maple type base mix. I'm also using, because I'm not fishing that far out, I'm fishing about 50 yards out, so I'm using the Fox Power catty. I'm not really using catty, I normally use rowing stick. This is the Corder Easy Stick in 25mm. Took some buoys down it and just put it out. Reached about 100 odd yards with that. Then I'm also using PVA mesh, bag of pellets on the hook, casting that out there in about, then just a small handful, about 5 baits or so, either catapulted or throwing sticked out on top, and that's what I'm doing. That's my attacker plan. I'm not filling it in. I'll see how that goes tonight, and then I'm back down here on Monday for another night, and if the minimal didn't really work, then I might, when I come on Monday, I might put a bit more bait in and see if I can get out off that then. So yeah, at the minute it's about 2:30, 3:15. It's cloudy but yet really hot and sunny. I don't know if the fish have moved off. The water's been quiet for a long time now. No action such yet, but I've been to this guy. We were in this peg before, in peg 15, and he said that he were getting most of his late afternoon to early evening, and then he had a couple through the night and then early morning. So hopefully we can snare some from about 6 till 9, 6 at night till 9 in the morning. So yeah, if I get one, I'll do another vlog and show you then. Thanks a lot. Alright there, it's now about an hour on from my last vlog. It's about 3:15, 3:30ish. The sun's absolutely melting the place. Honestly, I've never felt heat like it. It's like being in Spain. But yeah. Nothing's happened yet on my left-hand rod. I've now changed to a snowman rig. Got a little 12mm pop-up with 16mm bottom bait, both vortex, with a nice bag of PVA a nice PVA bag of pellets. Got my spots sorted out for what I'm going to do tonight. 7 o'clock-ish, I'll have a recast. 1 foot from island, one like as close as I can to an overhanging bush into the water. It's just over the back of the bar in peg 15. I might put a little bit of bait out. I might put probably handful to a handful and a half on each rod. Maybe probably like, I don't know, maybe a handful. Yeah. Then just, if I catch one, just use a bag, put it back out. And see how it goes. If not, it's not meant to be. Yeah, so I'll vlog you later. Right there, it's now about 5:15, 5:30. My rods are out for night now. I'm tied up against the island in 2 little like cove areas. There's been a lot of debris on water, so as a result of that, I've had to now start fishing my rods a little higher. Instead of having tips in water, I've gone for the like take-off position. So the tips are so the butts, like the butt of the rod's literally lower than the tip. I've got on really slack lines because there's a bar as well, and I've tried to get my line to sink over the bar because I'm fishing over the top of that. yeah, so should be alright. Ethan's all ready in his swim now. He's all sorted. He's in his swim. There we go. Yeah, he's in his swim. He's in peg 2 and 3. Casted them out for him. He's got one on a half peach and peach and pepper pop up from sticky bait, and then half a vortex bottom bait, 16mm boilie. That's like tip with each other, so they're both cut in half and put together. Then on these other rod, he's just got a vortex bottom bait with a bag of pellets, and then I've chucked about 8 to 10 boilies over the top with a throwing stick on both rods for him. They're tight up against 2 margins of the island, of 2 islands that are in his swim, so hopefully we'll get some fish on the bank, and when we do, we'll show you later. Thank you. Alright then, just thought I'd give you a blog before night falls. It's about 9 o'clock, half 9. No activity since that fish that I've had at about half 10 this morning, that £19 common. That was gorgeous, by the way. Yeah, I've got lift on rod about as close as I could get it to island without actually putting it on the island. I've got a little snowman set up with 16mm vortex bottom bait with a 12mm vortex pop up. That just balances out perfect on a John Matt rig. On the right hand rod, also on a John Matt rig, I've got a 16mm vortex bottom bait and then just a corn stop. Give it that little flicker colour. I've put both out with a bag of pellets, and then I've just catapulted a handful, about 7 over each rod, over each spot. Yeah, I've not had any. There were sign of fish about 20 minutes ago. I had a little liner, and then all of a sudden I saw a fish top, like head and shoulders right out, just in front of where my baited area was. So hopefully during night tonight we can get some fish out. It's a clear night, so it could be a cold night. So hopefully it shouldn't put the fishing off too much. Mozzies are out, so I've got mozzie panel down on my bivvy. Yeah, Ethan's all set up and he's in peg 2 and 3. He's got a double peg to himself, so he should have plenty of space over there. He's fishing tight to both islands. Yeah, so hopefully it will be either productive night or productive early morning. So if I don't get anything, I'll probably do a vlog about 9 o'clock in the morning. So hopefully I'll see you before that. Right. You alright? I had a 2-pack. Morning, it's about 7:07. About 2 hours ago I had a little linear mirror. I didn't really weigh it, no point getting camera out, they're only small, about 3-4 pound. Yeah, lake's absolutely dead at the minute. No fish movement, not whatsoever. I don't know if anyone else caught anything. To be fair, I might have been the one that caught something last night, even though it wasn't exactly a catch. I looked in it and put it back, but yeah, I think we're only be a couple more hours before we get off. I've got work tonight, so got to get back for that, but then we're back here on Monday. I could be doing a 24 or a 48-hour session, so hopefully if we get some good pegs again, we can get some more out. So if I get any more fish, I'll do a little vlog, but if not, this is me signing out. See you later.